Live from Crawford Studios.
CC and NJ Guy.
What's going on, my people?
What's up?
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Doing
Special
excellent.
guest with us.
Yes, special guest. Got
Love
Mayor
it.
Corey from Matamoras.
Yeah.
Said the
Very
easy
cool.
way. Super simple. But yeah. Gonna have a good time. Sit here and BS a little bit.
BS a little bit.
Have some fun. So we're gonna laugh and joke and talk about anything and everything.
Yeah,
Whatever makes
so-
it attractive.
Curious. I'm bringing up the bridge again, by the way.
This guy.
Oh,
Yes, let's talk about the bridge. I
I
thought we were
love
gonna
the
do
color
it.
of the
He
bridge.
loves this
Yeah,
bridge.
love bridge.
Okay, all right.
I love the
Yeah.
color of the bridge.
Okay.
It was what a bridge is supposed to look like.
Green.
So
Green.
now we can move on.
That's what we
Yeah, this guy.
Well, check that one off the
Well,
Yeah,
let's
list.
not- well,
that's
you know
it.
what?
It's done.
We did.
That's what I
I'm
wanted to
sure
know.
we're going to
Get it out of the
confuse
way.
the shit out. We might as well
Yeah.
explain it now because
Yeah.
everybody listens
Yeah.
on what the hell's
Yeah,
it
they
doing?
know what the
We're talking
fuck.
about
So-
the Tappan Zee.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
way.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
fucking funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I guess the people just took issue with it, and I just made it a joke out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yes.
And they
What color is a
fixed it.
bridge
They made
supposed
it
to be?
like they sandblasted it, right? They cleaned all the rust. They cleaned. I'm assuming that's how they fixed it structurally and all that.
I mean, it's a bridge.
Seriously, word.
Does it
Yeah.
get you from one side of the river to the other?
That's all
Yeah.
I care about.
I don't
Yeah.
care what color it is
Yeah.
when I'm
As
driving.
long as
under
it doesn't fall,
Yeah,
stays
it's good
black.
to
I
go.
did notice one thing though. You guys got rid of the grates, or are the grates coming back?
So we got rid of the grates, right? So we got rid of the grates because we kept having to replace them every few years. So
Okay.
now we're going to do a paved surface right across.
Awesome.
The other thing was because motorcyclists, all this like
Yeah.
wobbling the shit out of their
Right,
bikes.
right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Going
Right.
over, not a good condition.
Yeah.
If you ever go over when it's raining out, you
Yeah.
ride all over, fishtail all over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
it doesn't grip.
Yeah, I've done that. stuff.
No.
Yeah,
And it
no.
makes such a weird noise when
Yeah.
you're going over that.
See, but that's like down in the city, bro. You got the Williamsburg
Yeah.
bridges that go down. What you feel the
Right. And then the
breeze of
tires
car.
kind of moving a little
Yeah,
bit.
you feel
Right.
that.
I mean, when I was a kid, like floating under the Great Bridge was great. You know, you see every car going over.
Right.
and beautiful. Now you don't get that. But what do
Yeah.
you do?
Mhm.
You know, we have the tunes in the park. We bring in local bands and they play for the
That's
community in the park.
love that.
And we have some flea markets going on, some food truck vendors. Adult prom, I think, is coming
Right. That's
up,
right. I forgot about that.
I know.
okay.
Big
And it's going to be a
supporters.
certain venue. I mean, as far as type of dress, right? It's
Yeah, I think-
1930s.
So is this like a
No, you don't know.
fundraiser, or
I
is
can't
this
keep up with my wife. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
is this just
We'll
like
find
a
out
fun
soon
thing,
enough.
or is it a fundraiser?
It's kind of a fun thing.
That's cool. Yeah,
I mean,
so like
yeah, that's
The
what
hangout.
I said. Like, living here my whole life and growing up here, like all these like little fun things, like my mom used to
Yeah.
do back in the day, and I was always like, "Why do you spend so much time on this?" But
Mhm.
like, you know, it's more than your family, right? It's
Right.
like that little ecosystem of the town,
yeah.
which is why like everybody's
That's
like, I
cool.
want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
right? Like I want to be in a small town. I want like my daughter rides bikes all over the place. I don't know, like she'll go down the street, no concerns,
Right,
Like
right. Yep.
knows every neighbor. Every neighbor's like, "Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know
Yep.
Liz out here? Hey, did you know?"
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And I was like, something to be said for that.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Small
absolutely.
town,
Yes.
small town America's not dead. It's right here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what's adult prom? Is that like so everybody dresses up in
I
in
think this year,
tuxedo
I
and
think,
dress?
if I heard correctly, it's either the
Spike the punch,
1920s
you
or
know?
the 1920s, I think, or something like
1920s
that.
theme. Okay.
Right, you know,
Oh,
the
like Great
wingtip
Gatsby.
shoes.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
Gatsby
like
party.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, but
I didn't
Well,
get the spark.
don't show up.
notes from my
Yeah.
wife. I didn't get the spark notes from my wife.
Right. And when is that
Exactly.
one supposed to be? June?
I think so.
You right?
There's so many events. It's really great. There's so many things going on.
Right.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to keep track of
Mhm.
what's going on. But
Well, you just did the Easter breakfast.
that was cool.
right. The
That
Easter Bunny was there.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
We did Easter breakfast.
It's always good.
We do a breakfast with Santa every year. We do a big Halloween.
Pancakes.
as you
Right.
set
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that was
Big
fun.
Halloween.
That was fun, too.
That
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. So you had to clean up, but it was fun.
I have to say, growing up, that was something I feel like the town I was in did it, and other towns nearby did it. Is the pancakes with Santa? That's
Oh,
always-
yeah.
All right.
Santa-
Yeah.
That's something I always looked forward to as a kid.
Absolutely.
That's fun.
And that-
Easter was Coney Island. That was it for me.
What's that?
Easter back growing up and stuff. So like these guys had the small town or smaller, areas. They had this.
You
kind
and
of
I
like
lived
thing.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm
so,
Brooklyn. So
yeah,
like,
so
yo,
my neighborhood was. See,
Yeah.
I went down
Oh,
to
sorry.
OLPH.
Yeah, you see?
one of
No.
the you know.
yeah,
Uh,
no, went to Coney Island.
Right.
out
Went
just
to my
like,
friend's house because his parents.
Yeah.
Sorry for living in a small.
I'm just letting you know,
No,
bro.
no.
You missed
I
out,
know,
bro.
we're catching
You missed
some
out.
hate across
Yeah,
the team.
yeah.
Oh no! You know, it's nice. I live in a small town now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
So-
definitely. Yeah. No, listen.
gosh.
I
John
think it's it.
Cougar.
Riding the bike. I mean, you used to ride bicycle to the
Anywhere.
other side of Brooklyn, anywhere you wanted to. So, I mean, I feel you what you're saying, that
Yeah,
the
it's the
kids
same
can
for
just
us
go
in a
and do
sense.
whatever. Yeah.
It was our
Definitely.
neighborhood. We knew it inside and out
Mhm.
the way your kids know it here. Okay, no, and I think
Yeah.
it's just You know, and I had fun growing up in the city too.
We had to dodge the cars and the buses.
You know,
and shit.
yeah, but still, we were the only generation that knew how to say car when you were playing football.
Yeah.
Or any game in the street.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody had to tell us that. We just did that. Car, and then you got out of the way.
Well, we used to play hockey in the street where I grew up.
Right.
No kidding. Okay.
Absolutely. We used to play football, wiffle ball,
That's a whole psychology about generations too, right?
Yeah.
Like in the psych field, you know, your generation always thinks the next generation after you is like, look at those kids doing that.
Right. Of course.
They don't have the work ethic we did.
You know what's funny? I think I'm one of the few that thinks a little bit different.
Okay.
Because I'm always like, why aren't you doing that extra? You know what I mean? Like you're a bunch of fancies, not that. I'm just like, yo,
why aren't
go.
you doing?
Your mom's not looking. Go. Hurry up. That's what I do. I'm a
But
bad
I feel like
influence.
that's what that happens. Like it's like the Gen X people are like, oh, these fucking millennials, and the millennials like, fuck these Gen Z people. You know what I mean? And then Gen Z's are gonna be like Gen Alpha, fuck them. You know, like it's
Well,
gonna happen every time.
but the truth is that if it depends on, like, you're close to Gen X, right? So you're kind of like right in
I'm
the
in
cusp
what they
there.
call the Zennial, which is the micro generation, which is like between 1971 and 1985. They consider like it's like because like I grew up
Gen X parents.
I had a Gen X childhood, but my adolescence was millennial.
Right.
Because that's when, of course, the internet happened. We were doing AOL chat, you know, like that. But like growing up, I was like,
what was your screen name in AOL?
Got mine.
Manson 1120.
Bro.
Because I was, you know, back then, late 90s, Marilyn Manson. I thought it was so cool.
I think mine was,
that is hilarious.
Mine was 2000 Men.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, whatever traction tractor.
Yeah.
1120 means nothing, by the way. There's no date. It was just like a random
Well,
number.
what do you think it's from? It was a Stones song.
I don't even
okay.
Right?
I thought I was so cool.
Ace Frehley did the song over.
Man. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's about the song about the future to man.
Right.
That's three I got you on now.
No, I don't know Kiss like that. I don't know Kiss like that,
Rolling
bro.
Stones too. Sorry, you don't get out on it. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm in another place right now, man. I'm in a different head. I'm not focused. Sorry, man.
You gotta get there.
I think it's supposed to be like that. You know, we get to a point now, we're getting older now. We look at, you know, people who are younger than us and we're like,
yeah, really?
Yeah, we used to be that. We used to be the kid running around doing all that. And then when you look at really, like, we went to go see Tanya's mom at the therapy place, you know, physical therapy. And right here in I think it's Milford, I think, right? Considered the one right up over there? Anyway, or Matamoras.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they were, you know, you see the old people and you're thinking, these people were once young. They did everything that, you know, that everybody's doing now. It's like, I'm trying, when I look at it, I'm like saying, you know, they weren't always like this all their life. They had to get to this point.
Well, he teased it up to like the whole, you know, YOLO kind of situation in the millennials, right? Like that whole thing came around. You only live once, right?
Yeah.
And like social media expounded that for like our millennial, because I'm a millennial, right in the middle, right?
Right.
You know, it expounded that to say like, you know, we're going to be there one day. And like, what are we waiting for? You know what I mean? So that was one thing I always took advantage of. I was like, I don't know. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no point of waiting, right? Like, die tomorrow.
Just live that way already without getting to that point.
That's exactly it. Before you get there, like have a life and look back and say, man, look at that life, dude.
With no regret. Right?
That's exactly it. And that's what it's about. Right.
Right. Hell yeah. Like I know, like for me, by the time I was 21, I had already been up and down the East Coast, Canada, Mexico on vacation. That now with my kids, I'm like, make it happen.
Yep.
Get the hell out. Go have fun. Go travel and go see things. You know, like my son, he travels to Tennessee. My daughter goes to Tennessee. She does, you know, all her trips. She goes and hangs out in Texas. And she just came back from Texas, actually, you know. And she'll go on her trips and vacations and hang out. I'm like, that's the idea. The youngest one was in freaking Colombia.
We kind of did the same thing, though. At our time, it was more going away for the weekend or going upstate or going skiing and things like that. We didn't really travel for. Once in a while, you did go on some crazy trips, but it wasn't like it is now. You know?
But it's almost like, too, like when you look at Matamoras, right? Like circling back and bringing it back to Matamoras, right? Where you are, you know, I stayed here, I went away to college, blah, 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 but then I didn't realize what we have here, right? Like you're in the Pocono Mountains on the Delaware River.
Right.
You know, Boston's 5 hours north. Washington, D.C. is 5 hours south. D.C. is a train ride away. Philadelphia is 2.5 hours
New York
away.
is
Like,
there.
and you're in the mountains and you're not in a metropolitan area and you're like, this is heaven.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it
Like,
here, man. It's
It's
great.
beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
I have to say, coming down the highway here on 84, coming down just that whole scenic
it
Yeah.
opens up.
That is awesome.
driving down
Yeah.
the Greenville Mountain.
Yeah.
Right.
It is so amazing. And then just like when you come out to the Matamoras exit, you just got like the mountain is just like a wall.
Yeah.
You know, it's so cool. It's
It
so
is.
cool looking.
It is.
I love
It
it.
is.
I love it.
Yeah. I can't lie. I miss the city though. I miss that city life. That's just where I've always been.
And the
where I
crazy
went to.
part is above that mountain is still Matamoras, right?
Right.
That's still
It's
Matamoras.
Westfall Township, but Matamoras zip code. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mm.
We're going to split up a little bit.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
kind of split up a little
I do
bit.
too, Kenny, but when I get down there, I'm already looking forward to going back.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not the same as it was when we
Oh
were
yeah,
there.
no, definitely though.
So, it's nice to go back. You're in the city,
Yeah.
you know, you're hanging out. Even like Manhattan or whatever.
Right,
You
right.
love it for the time you're there. But
Yeah.
you're like, I want to go.
I just like the hustle and bustle.
I did it
enjoy
long enough. I don't
Listen,
have to
I'll
do
tell
it.
you
Me
what.
too.
When I left Brooklyn, when I moved out of Brooklyn, I was 20, gonna 21. And I have not slept a nifty, groovy, peaceful night since I left Brooklyn. Like, I need to have that hectic. I still hear that in the background.
You should go to a hypnotist and just say, hey, from now on, when you fall asleep, you'll always be in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I want to go back. Is nifty an adjective?
It's a verb. It's actually a verb.
And groovy? Like, what
Yeah,
is that?
groovy.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Nifty,
Austin.
groovy.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
That's awesome.
That's funny, bro. I didn't even think about you. I was like, oh shit, I did say that.
It's you, but
Yeah, I
always
know.
do that.
No, but yeah, no, like I said, I haven't had that peaceful sleep since, like, me hearing, whatever animals walking in the bushes
It's a
in the woods and
different
shit. I'm
world.
like,
It's
What's
funny
that?
though. I have a funny story about Matamoras actually.
Oh,
like so that mountain is Westfall, you said?
On the top of the mountain is Westfall.
So like
Yeah.
I guess
Depending on what you're
my
about to
friends
say.
Yeah.
so like my best friend growing up when I was in like high school, post high school, because his aunt had a house there, and like we were like, I don't know, we used to take like just random joy rides because like, you're cooped up. I grew up in Bergen County, right? So it was just like Bergen County, just like you're cooped up. We're like, oh, let's just go for these joy rides and like let's go drive up. And it was in the middle of a fucking snowstorm. I don't know what I was
dude.
thinking.
Oh,
and we're
my
like,
God.
so we drive up the mountain
Awesome.
and we got stuck on going up the mountain. And I had, at the time, this was in 2000. I had a 1988 Pontiac Grand Am. My grandfather's old car. It was that was my first car. I had to it was front wheel. But
Yeah.
So like I get stuck on the mountain, and the plow trucks are trying to get around us. They can't get around us. We're stuck.
That's up the plow trucks, too?
They
That
couldn't
means-
get around us.
That means everybody on the mountain's pissed at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to find this guy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's here.
I remember.
Retroactively fine.
Yeah.
The guardrails are like in that area. They're just cables. They're not
Yeah.
really
Right.
guardrails. But as
That's just to give you an
trying to
optical
give the
illusion.
car, it's going more towards it.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
I had a girlfriend at the time. She's like panicking.
Oh, she was in there?
Yeah. She's crying.
dude.
She's like, "We're gonna."
That's funny, man.
And that was our first and last date.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we broke up when we got back home.
Yeah. How soon
It's
after
over.
did you break up?
It still lasted a while.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
a pretty toxic relationship.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
we
Yeah,
were
those
just
seem to
Yeah, bro.
lasted longer than it should have.
Yup.
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, he's going to therapy for that.
But yeah,
story.
no, I got stuck up on that mountain
But
in the
that's a-
snowstorm.
But that's the funny thing about, like, especially Matamoras, right?
Yeah.
Is everybody moves over here from New Jersey, New York, and they're like,
yeah.
man, why don't they plow? Why don't they do this? But I really love your tax base. Keep the low taxes, but I still want,
yeah.
I still want this.
Yeah.
And you know what I say too, and like, and whoever's listening, sorry, but like, they're like, oh, what about the pothole in front of my house? And what about the snow plow? And I'm like, well, look at this. I was like, the snow filled in your pothole. Now you're good to go. It's a flat ride, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Like,
Until
yeah.
spring comes.
but that's what I mean. But there's a give and take on all of this,
Right,
right?
right.
Of course.
That folks like on the end user level, right? Like don't understand, right? Like there's a budget set, and then like if you want, we could raise taxes 1,000,000%, and all your potholes are fixed. But then you're going to be right back to where you came from,
Right.
And like
Yeah.
there's something special about this.
Yeah.
Like, get used to dodging that pothole on
Yeah.
Fifth Street because you know it's there.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, go buy the
Coal
black
patch?
the coal patch and
That's it.
just
And
do it yourself. It's like,
absolutely, but
what's that? $30?
And there's
$40?
that understanding thing,
Right.
I mean, everybody's so
Yeah, but they get on it eventually. I mean, it's, it's just,
well, you would hope so. Everybody's
Yeah.
so like instant gratification. These days.
Right.
well, that's
like,
what everything.
Like life is like ever since Amazon came on and you're like one click
Right.
order.
Yeah.
Now everything about life is like I expect it to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's his life?
Right away.
Shit happens.
Today, I want it done.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, no, sorry, bye-bye.
Hyper efficiency and everything. Like, everything's got to be right now. Oh, no,
Right.
no, no, no.
No.
And they complain about the kids like that. Like, the kids don't read emails, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I put it in an email to you, buddy. And like, you did look for the bullet point.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Right? No lie, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny as hell, bro. No, it's why I think it's just cool to, like you said, living in a small town,
It's nice.
And more people just kicking back in, to
Quiet.
giving in quiet. Yeah, I said that's cool. I can't do it on a regular. Like I can't. I need a little bit of traffic. Like,
Well, my wife now, she volunteers,
right. It's too quiet for me, bro. Like my ears are ringing.
I think he would get used to it quick.
Yeah,
You can get that,
right. Then I'll be all right.
Well,
Yeah,
just
seriously.
get that background playing the city noise and everything. That would be a white noise.
No,
You just
because
have that
then
playing.
the wife
Everybody
can't fall
usually does
asleep.
waves.
Right.
And just traffic.
Yeah,
true.
beat the horns as you're going by.
Right.
Yep, hit the fake police siren and shit.
I actually grew up in a small town, but it was in a congested area. So it was like a small town, but not a small town.
Kind of like a quasi.
I grew up in the town is Rochelle Park, which is next to like Paramus and Hackensack and Maywood, but it's like a super congested area, but it's a small town. Town was a mile and a half.
Right.
But it was.
It's a tough area.
It's kind of weird because it was like a busy area, but it's also a small town.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, the whole thing's rough, but like in all small town American towns, right? Like, let's use Matamoras as an example, and we'll multiply that out by thousands across the United States.
Right. Yeah.
You need exactly what happened here, and I'm a little biased, right?
Mhm.
Sorry. But like, you have a kid that grew up here, right down the street from where you're living now.
Right.
Grew up here, went away to college, got a doctorate degree, very successful,
Right.
then came back to that same town and was like, hey, this is what I learned while I was away, and here's how I'm going to make my town better.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like,
Folks, that's always a good thing.
Folks are missing that perspective.
Yeah, because most people are like, all right, I'm going to college, I'm getting a...
And
I know that's the worst is when you're like, hey, watch me do this. I'll show the kids what's up. And then you're like, you fake the back.
Yeah.
You don't have back pain. You're like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. I'll see you guys in a few hours.
Yeah. I gotta go
inside for a minute.
Yeah. I gotta go help your mom cook.
That never helps mom cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Come in the house.
This area of town used to be an airport, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Is that in your time or like way back when? Like 60s, 50s,
Yeah, how far
70s?
back does that
So
go?
it closed down in, it must have been 69 or 70.
Oh, so it's way back.
But the original development of the airport, which was only a stone's throw from this house, actually, was used for World War II pilots, World War II pilots.
No shit.
Oh, so it wasn't like a commercial airport.
No, it was used predominantly to train World War II
Oh,
pilots.
nice.
okay.
The old fire department used to be the hangar where the planes came out of down the runway.
Right. They still do the helicopters there, though,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly it. And then the Dervin Circle right over there used to be like the barracks where folks slept, that little circle up there. And the last thing Matamoras has to commemorate the airport is this old runway light down here, which has run down forever, ever since I was a kid. And every year, again, right, like this whole thing, every year, we should do something about that. We should do something about that. We should do something. Now when you're in the position like, all right, well, let's do something about it.
Yeah.
So now this kid called me up and he's like, hey, do you have an Eagle Scout project for me? I go, absolutely.
That's a perfect one, man.
So now we're sanding the whole thing down, fixing it up, putting some lights back in there, putting new lenses on there, and we're going to commemorate the heritage that was the airport back then.
Nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is way cool.
Again, it's all about coming full circle.
Yeah.
It's a nice size to that thing.
It's big. Yeah. It's a nice size. And what we want to do eventually is, so we have Veterans Memorial Park on the other side.
Okay.
And then we want to bookend it with we'll bring in like an old World War II plane donated, and we'll make like a little heritage to Airport Park.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like over here on this side. So yeah, we got some good plans for the community. So
That would look nice. I would love that.
That is awesome.
That would look really cool.
And again, it was like all those things like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, they should have done this. They should have done this.
Right.
And now when you're in the position, we're like, let's do
Just
something
make it
about
happen.
you know?
Do it.
It's better than those like social
You
media.
heard it here.
Better than those social media warriors that are like, hey, you should do XYZ, but I'm definitely not running for office myself.
Right.
You should.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it.
But you
you should make it happen. You're the face of.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah. No,
Like, there's
definitely.
one thing that really irks me is just when folks like talk smack and they just don't take it into their own hands.
Yeah,
They
right,
expect everybody else to cater.
Yeah.
Well, how would somebody do that, honestly? I mean, and I'm not trying to be an ass or anything.
Right.
Like, so how would someone take the initiative to do something that they're saying, hey, Mayor, you should do this. And you're like, oh, go ahead. get it done. So how would they go about that?
It's very easy, right? Like you look up the street, and like a great example of that, and it's so funny because we didn't even set this up. Right?
Yeah.
But a great example of that is this woman up the street, brilliant. She's always been involved in the community. She goes, we should do a tree of heroes to honor our veterans on Christmas.
Okay.
And we'll hang their pictures as ornaments on the tree and we'll light it up. I go, well, that sounds like a great idea. Have at it. And so she ends up making the plan. She puts all together, gets a tree. The borough helps her dig it out. They plant it. She runs the events all herself. And like,
that's awesome.
If you want to take initiative, take initiative.
Yeah,
you know, if you want to talk, keep talking. You know what I mean? And don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cute. However, like we don't have time.
And you're there. Right. You're there to support them, obviously.
That's exactly it. No matter what, somebody has an idea, we'll support it.
That's
know what I mean? I was like, because that's what the town is, right? Like it's all a collective ideas of people who love this town and live here and want to make it better.
Right.
So yeah.
That's always good for everybody.
Well, that's what I mean. I was like, who's going to say no to that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm a statistician, I'm still just a statistician, right? You have your bell curve, right? And you always have that 2.5% on this side. So that no matter what you do, you piss off everybody.
Yeah.
You could be giving everybody $1,000. They're like, well, it's not $1,500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's not 15.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Just give it to me anyway. Put it in my mailbox.
Give it back. No, I'll keep the 1,000. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm still pissed off about it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's freaking hilarious, bro. That's passive aggressive shit.
Now that you bring that up, you also teach as well, right?
Yeah, so I teach. I'm the president of the college, right? You guys know that. Mm-hmm. So I run the entire college. I've been doing that for about a year, but I teach psychology. I do institutional research, stats. So I'm a big statistician, regression, correlations, all that fun stuff. And so I have a good, well-rounded background there.
Right. How did you get into that, the stats and all that?
Betting.
Well, that's exactly the horses. My grandfather. I will say my grandfather used to get. Well, he's passed since now, but so he used to give us all change, right?
Okay.
When we were kids. And this isn't where it came from, but maybe until Freud. But so he used to give us all change, and we used to watch the horse races together on the TV, and we used to have to bet on the horse races. We're like 5 years old, and we're like put a nickel on 6, and like as kids, you're like, oh, this is cool. But fast forward, I don't know. I always had a knack for numbers and stats, and stats are the most logical math that we can do as humans, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
You don't get into like the calculus, imaginary numbers, and all the theoretical basis of physics and all that fun stuff, right? Like, because then it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I got into that. And then the only reason I got the job at the college, actually, so I got my master's in clinical psychology. And I'm like, in May of 2014, I was like, I'm going to take a summer off. I'm going to do something cool,
Right.
So I went to Lowe's and I was like, you know what? I'm going to lift refrigerators for summer. Just a cool job as a football player,
Yeah.
So Lowe's comes back and goes, you're too overqualified.
What?
Okay.
So they wouldn't even hire you?
They wouldn't even hire me. So I was like, and not to throw Lowe's under the bus, sorry, Lowe's, or Home Depot, whatever you want to say. But so then I was like, all right, well, then what am I going to do now? So then my mom sent me this job as a director of institutional research at the college. Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, seriously.
I was like, well, I could talk, right? So I was like, I'll go into the interview, and I was like, if I don't know it, I'll fake it.
Right.
Fake it till you make it.
And then I get in there, and I'm like, I think I did well. And I get a phone call like an hour later, and they're like, hey, do you want the job? I go, sure. And then 12 years later, you're the president of a college.
That's awesome.
Great. Really cool things.
Yeah.
Right?
So what college is that?
Sussex County Community College.
Very cool.
Northwest New Jersey.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been there over a year now.
Nice.
That's in Newton? In Newton, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You know it up on the hill there?
Yeah. I do maintenance for all the different Stop and Shops, so I know Newton very well because if I'm working at the Sparta,
my plug next.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
on that side.
You're almost like, so they call my dad Google. So Dad drives from Mondelez, and they call him Google because he knows every Stop and Shop on the East Coast.
Yeah,
because he delivered there.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, Lafayette. He goes, oh yeah, there's Stop and Shop. If you drive an hour this way and turn this way and down the street, right? It's a great Stop and Shop.
That's hilarious.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, and that's
No, I'm listening.
No, it's funny because I had a friend we used to call him Google Maps and MapQuest.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same idea because you just knew where everything was. Yeah.
Well, that's like driving with Mike.
Yeah, right.
Freaking back ride. Gentleman Mike, he's with the head tech of the place that we work for, and he knows all these back roads. So if you're driving and you're driving, you're driving, and then look, all right, make a left here, and go around this way, and we're going. Yeah, get to where he's going, but all back roads.
Yeah.
Not he doesn't want to go on the highway. Not that he doesn't like going, but if he has to, he will. But he'd rather not. So he just goes back.
That's what I mean. I will go to Dad and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm down in. Oh, which way did you take?"
Sometimes it takes you to a pretty good, You know what I mean? When you're going through the mountains and everything, like when I used to come home from working with you.
Yeah.
And I would go through Jersey, it would take me another back way. And then it would cut through, oh God, I can't remember this.
Over there.
Right before you get on 84 to get onto here.
Okay.
Oh, that's how I go when I come here. I cut through the Black Dirt Farm.
That's Pine Island.
Pine
right through Pine Island and all that. That's good stuff.
Thank you for us. That's where my dad used to hawk onions as a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the other thing about being in the college presidency. So my parents didn't go to college. Nobody went to college in my whole life except for me. So when I got into this world, I was like, what is this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Which makes it's so much nicer to not have a family with a college background because you're able to take college and make it like normal, like to us regular people.
Right.
Okay.
You know, you turn it on its head and be like, well, that doesn't make sense. Let's change it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Not like one of those like elitist people with your nose up in the air, like,
right.
Because your father went to college.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody went to college.
I was like, bro, I don't know. I just played football. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, that was it. That was what the hell? You didn't get that memo?
That's exactly.
Yeah, for real. That is
cool.
man.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I didn't go, but my son made it. He went to Ithaca.
Ithaca's gorgeous.
Yeah, he loved that place. He was.
They say there's a catch line. They say Ithaca's gorgeous because of all the gorges.
There you go.
Thank you.
Come on.
I went right over my head. Until you brought it up, I was like,
yeah.
Don't forget that's where they did the movie Road Trip. With
That's right.
Tom Green.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But it's not actually the campus, though.
No.
It's not.
They mention
that's
it.
Not. Because I know Ithaca. I went there so many times. You know, I moved to pick up my son to go and visit him or whatever. So yeah, but it's beautiful up. It's college town. Everything is college out there.
Yeah,
it's nice. And then you have the other one right across the way. What's the other college right across from? Oh my God,
geography's not my strong.
And they actually have a good brewery in Ithaca.
Yeah,
a brewery. They make a good.
Then he lived in Rochester for like 6 years. Like he just drove straight across and then went to Rochester. And say,
that's
and then every day he said, every day it snows here, Dad. Every day because of lake effect.
We went and so I played semi-pro football a little bit. I went to Lebanon Valley and I was an all-American football player there. And then I played semi-pro a few years in grad school.
Right.
And I always remember one of our games was in Watertown, New York. And it was like April with like 6 inches of snow. And I was like, what is this? I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Canadian national anthem. And I was like, must be close to I was like, I don't even know where we are.
You could have just thrown the football.
You don't remember going through like customs or anything like that?
No, dude.
That is
you're a regular like college ball player. I always play ball. That's it.
Cornell University. Right,
yeah,
like
Cornell.
across the way from
it. Got it. That is too fucking funny,
cool.
bro.
That's funny.
That
you didn't even know he was in Canada.
Yeah, right there.
Thing's wild, man.
That's funny as hell, dude. Holy shit.
Well, that's with the Niagara Falls, right? One side is on the New York side, one is on the other. And that's right near Watertown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
Watertown's right there.
My father was in the Army National Guard. He would go for 2 weeks. I think it was Fort Drum up there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So his 2 weeks, that's where he would go.
That's hilarious, bro.
For the Guard, you know?
That is too freaking funny. Yeah, no, listen. Yeah, no.
I remember going up there as a kid. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no.
Up there,
I said,
but that ride is
I have family in Buffalo.
It's a long ride.
I got family in Buffalo. I got snowed in there one year for Christmas and shit. New Year's. I was supposed to be back in Brooklyn for New Year's.
You were not making it, bro.
Nope, we didn't make it, dude. Everything was shut down. Dude. Oh, man. No, my daughter was stationed up in Buffalo.
Okay.
For a little while. And she was like, she sent me pictures. She's like, Dad, come get me. I can't drive through that shit.
What am I going to do? Let me grab my shovel.
Yeah. That's the same as people like in South Carolina when it snows in it. So like, what do we do?
You can't even drive either because they start crashing into each other.
That's like that video in Texas where they got ice and they were just like,
and nobody thought to slow down for a second. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can't. You gotta go slow.
Because if you're in a state that normally doesn't get snow and ice, and there's snow and ice, stay home because there's going to be accidents because they're not prepared for it. Like if you're up here, we're prepared for it. We got salt, we got plow trucks, we're good. But like down there, they don't know what to do. Like everything shuts down.
I like how he slides in that PSA. If you are in a state, please stay home.
I watch those videos and I'm like, if I'm in Texas and there's snow, I'm not leaving the house. Even if there's a little bit of snow like this, because they don't know what to do.
That's the thing. I was like, I trust me. I don't trust you.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
I'll wait. Let them all go, and then we'll go after.
Yeah,
driving by.
Because I watched those videos, and I'm like, they're not prepared. They're at all. Like we're so prepared.
Run flats.
Exactly.
And if they have any plow trucks, it's only like one.
Yeah. Not even. It's homeboy's pickup truck.
Exactly. With a plow.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
A little Kubota.
Yeah. He tied his kid to the front.
He's like, my cousin from New York is over here. He happens.
Like if they had a freak storm or something.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, just stay home for a night and it's going to melt the next day.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, what rush do you have?
Right, where you going?
Like, what do you need to do?
Well, because they see everything on TV, so they think that it's snow, it's going to snow. Now everybody's running out to go to Walmart or whatever.
They do that here too.
Well, yeah.
We know it's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
I'm like, dude, you guys are stupid. Just sit down.
But we're perfect. We know how to do it. We're not like kind of run into the store like,
right.
In a panic. It's going to snow. All right, I got to get to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Get some stuff.
Still gets busy.
It does get super busy.
Yeah. Me, I'm like, whatever. Just calm down.
The milk, eggs, and bread.
The psychology of panic, right? And groupthink. As soon as one person's like, all of a sudden the herd just goes. It's all herd mentality.
And that's why toilet paper was out of stock.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, we're not like, and it's so funny, like from a psychological aspect, humans aren't that different than like cattle. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like as soon as one person goes, we're like, oh shit,
maybe
I should go too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the next person goes, like, oh shit, that
Yeah.
person went, I'm going too.
Yeah, no.
And then all of a sudden you have a big herd mentality.
And there's toilet paper in stock in the
crackhead.
supermarket.
And they'll scan at your ass too, man.
What are you going to do with 90 rolls of toilet paper?
Nothing, bro, because I went and got the wipes. I'm just saying. Right. There's no toilet paper on the shelf. I'm like, oh, you dumbasses.
Yeah. And then eventually they'll start going.
I remember.
But it was still not as fast as stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I remember in 2020, I was driving behind this guy and he had cases and cases of Lysol. It's because he had a hatchback.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's to flip it, bro. That's to sell it again because now you bought it for $3.
Right.
Now you're going to sell it for
Or was he a hoarder?
Off the back of the shelf somewhere.
He was making money because you never saw that car again, right?
Yeah.
Because he bought a new car.
That's exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, no, there's
always a reason for people doing
down.
This shit.
Dealing Lysol wipes in the
Yeah. Yo, what you want? What you need?
Want some wipes? You want a wipe?
You take them out of some container, you put them in a little plastic bag.
Find out what you want. Got it right here. Super bye. Hell yeah.
Got them in the Ziploc bag.
What you want? You want the fresh spring? Yeah.
Got the coat.
Right
you
here.
open your coat. You got the shit hanging
all
over.
little candle in it.
Like you're a flasher. You open it up. No, right?
That shit is great.
Got the lemon fresh.
That's what I'm saying. You want to smell like coconuts? Yeah, got you.
It's like the guy who has like 10 watches.
On his arm.
Except you just got like all this.
You want a Rolex? I got a Rolex.
Yeah. That's not a Rolex. That's an Alex. No, the R rubbed off. I got you. Put out the pen.
But there's always somebody out there that kind of mind. Right. We're going to make some money off of this. Quick cash.
So, yeah. Yeah.
My cousin, when that was going on, he was making masks.
Oh, yeah.
And selling them.
Yeah.
I think he was doing it on eBay or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I still got the one time
making money. Huh?
I still have the one time.
I still have the one time maybe.
Yeah.
I have a Star Trek one. I have Spock.
Yeah. I have the Yoda one. The Yoda
People are making like makeshift
baseball,
hand sanitizer out of like grain alcohol, hand sanitizer out of grain alcohol.
Right.
And aloe. Yeah.
Aloe.
Did you have to go to work? Like, or did you stay home? Yeah.
I mean, to run a college, you could do it remotely,
right?
For the most part. But I'm a big personally, I like to separate work from home,
right?
Because if I work, everybody's like, "Oh, work from home is so cool." But not to hate on anybody who works from home.
No, hey,
but I'm like a big if I work from home, then I'm gonna go out and cut the grass. I'm gonna come into a meeting, then I'm gonna do laundry.
Right.
Come in, do dish. Like I never got to truly get into that flow.
That makes sense.
Which is why I like my 40-minute commute. Like it's a really cool decompress time.
Right.
That helps.
Yeah.
Right. So because that gives you that that gives you that balance for sure. I agree.
Yeah,
I love that balance.
Because I had to work straight through. We didn't.
So
work.
Tim and I worked
right. That's right. Yeah,
every day.
We went the first week of COVID, like a little funny COVID story. First week of COVID, I'm like, well, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Because I'm a big as you guys know, I'm a big boom, 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 boom. Like what next? What next? What next? So the college shuts down for the week, and I'm like, well, what the hell am I gonna do? I was like, I should build a koi pond. I was like, I just want a koi pond.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I dug the whole pond, and then all of a sudden,
you're funny. Man.
I have made it quicker.
Then I start digging, and all of a sudden,
burning it off.
I'm done. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm drinking a beer, then I burn it off. Drink a beer, burn it off. And I'm not doing anything. So I'm like, finish this koi pond, and then all of a sudden, I'm 4 feet deep in this pond, and I'm like, how am I doing this deep? You know what I mean? I dug down, and Tiff is like, it only has to be 2 feet deep for the koi. I was like, just started digging. I felt like Shia LaBeouf in Holes.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going for it, So I built this big ass koi pond, and then that was day 3, and I was like, well, now what am I going to do? But I still have it. Things beautiful.
And you got to fill with koi and everything?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
What do you do in the wintertime with them? Do you?
No, they go down to the bottom. They drop down to like a
put like a bubbler in there or something like that.
Yeah, put a bubbler, but they drop down to like a beat per minute. They're hard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And especially with 4 feet deep, it never freezes.
Right.
Oh, but yeah, the whole thing is wild. What a great experience.
Yeah.
And you did it by yourself?
Yeah,
she didn't help at all at once, right?
Yes, she did.
Just spray paint.
She spray painted where she wanted it.
All right, I'll see you inside, honey.
That's the help right there.
I mean, if she listens later, yeah, she was my inspiration behind the whole point. I couldn't have done it without her.
Oh, that's right. I love it, dude. I thought you were gonna say that you ended up digging it so deep and so big that you made a pool.
Yeah. Well, I thought about it. I was like, do we just keep going?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not going.
Yeah.
You didn't use gloves?
No, I don't use gloves. Again, back to my dad. He'd smack me upside the head if you use gloves.
You don't need no gloves.
What I mean?
What do you need gloves
for? That's exactly right. You don't have blisters on your hands.
You'll get them anyway, even if you use gloves.
Yeah. But it was fun.
It
was all good time. That was my COVID story.
Yeah, that's funny.
We worked through it, working in the supermarket, and it was just crazy seeing how everybody was in the supermarket,
right?
And walking through and seeing the shelves bare and everything. It was just
the person I saw in one of my stores.
Oh man,
they had a full hazmat suit.
Shut up!
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Oh my god, she had the gloves, helmet, the fucking with the mask, like fucking Marty McFly.
Yeah. And it's funny because of the things that you didn't even think about. I didn't have a full hazmat suit going to work or whatever, but they said you had to have your eyes covered and, the whole mask and everything going. I bought ski goggles on Amazon.
So were you walking around with ski goggles on?
Well, at the job, not, when I was in my car in the house, nothing. No, because it was too hot. It was too fucking hot.
And he was driving with a mask on in the car.
Yeah, no, I didn't for that shit. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Nope, I had all the shit, bro. I had all the gaiters and whatnot and the mask and the whole thing. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, man.
Flickering.
Wasn't me.
Yeah. Look how quick he is to point the blame at.
Yeah, hell yeah. Meanwhile.
Does that regularly happen with you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the bully. He's a bully.
Is he a bully?
He's the bully.
No, he's not.
No.
I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
The Lou I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a bully, man.
He's a Yankees fan. He's from the Bronx.
Yeah, hello. Whoa, wait a minute. Don't look at me, bro.
Don't call the wrong borough.
Look at him looking too.
Yeah, don't call it. Yeah, he's gonna say, I'm from the Bronx. Hold on.
Did you just say that to me? Did it on purpose. I know.
Yeah.
But when you get these wannabe Boston fans,
oh my god,
and they're not actually from where the team plays. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to jump on board and be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I brush my hair over here?
You can't do that.
That's right.
That's all right. Oh, natural.
I wasn't always this beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Who's like, you know how much money I saved on shampoo this month?
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea. I do my own haircuts.
Yeah. That's the funniest shit, bro. When you told me that thing, bro, I laughed so hard. Like, bro, you're fucking funny.
How long have you were born here, raised here, everything, right?
Yep.
And your father and your mom as well?
They're from Goshen in Middletown, New York.
Oh,
so
and then they
County.
came here?
Yeah, they came here, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they came here, so I was 3, I think, when we moved here, So I think 3.
Now you
so
got your kids, and then it'll just keep, hopefully it'll keep going on.
My kids are here. My kids love the town. Same thing.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully they go away. Hopefully they come back. You know what I mean? And they keep that going. Right. It's like and I love outside perspectives and ideas and things like that. But there's something to be said for folks that know the culture, know what our expectations are, right?
Right.
So yeah, but it's been what am I? I'll be 36 next week. So.
Wow. Happy birthday!
Thank you. Tax day
next week.
Tax day, April 15th.
Well, wow.
Yep.
Mine's the 29th.
Is it the April 20th?
Yeah.
You're an Aries. Good.
Oh, Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
bold.
Not as great as yours, but I get it.
Yeah, no,
it's good.
It's better.
Here we go.
There
it goes. Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
Yes, for crying out.
Love it, Pete.
Yo.
Oh my god.
That is too freaking funny, man.
But yeah, the kids love the town. I love the town. Everybody loves the town. And and like I said, the best thing is just catch the train. We go in, see the tree lighting in the city. We come back. We go to Boston, to Fenway. We go down to DC. We see the cherry blossoms. We go to Philly, Reading Terminal Market. All those. Have you guys ever been?
Yes. I have.
Yeah. Reading Terminal Market, best place in the world.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking awesome.
You can buy anything you ever wanted.
Yeah,
it's
freaking great.
It's brilliant.
I haven't been in a while, though.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing is brilliant.
Yeah.
But like I said, those are mostly day trips. You know what I mean? You can go down and back if you wanted to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How far is it from here?
For Philly?
I was thinking Boston.
Boston, like 5 hours.
And Boston's Philly's only what, 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah, about 2.5, 3.
That's not far at all. Tanya usually goes
such
to
a cool city.
She goes to the flower show down there.
The flower show in Philly?
Yeah, and then usually they have like a butterfly display or something.
Okay,
walk in, and it's like her and Haley used to go like once every year. They would go.
Yeah.
Philly's not bad. Yeah,
Philly's a cool city. There's a lot of little things, there's a lot of...
If you find the little things in there and you look past some of the other things, you're
good.
Like
Philly's a rough city, man.
My favorite city all time is D.C. D.C. is my favorite city.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I grew up, I used to go to summers in Maryland.
Okay.
Silver Spring, Maryland, and we was going into ride the metro into D.C. and all that, and that was great. That was always fun to do.
Yeah.
And, it's better just to take the metro. Don't even drive in. You could, but it's just a nightmare going to D.C. with your car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any city is...
Especially DC rush hours.
Yeah, it's like just get on the train and go, and the metro is nice usually, It was fun growing, because for the summers I would go down there, so it was nice. And my parents used to like to travel. We used to go on trips and go to historical places like Boston and wherever, and just go and check all those things out. What historically here do we have that we could go to right here in Matamoras?
Down the streets at the airport.
Now we did, that Full Moon Paranormal did an investigation over at the museum in Milford.
Oh, did they? Oh, the columns over there.
The columns,
Abraham Lincoln's flag is.
Right.
Yeah.
And it actually has his blood on the actual flag from when he was assassinated.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and they did
not about him being assassinated.
No, but yeah.
No, they have that.
They have it in a big glass box.
Yeah. No, take that out.
A lot of history in that building.
No, I mean, there's a lot of history in the whole area, right? Like when you think back, like, the Delaware River, so society and civilization overall, we always clamor to water. You know what I mean?
Right.
So before we even had like an actual civilization there, when you think on what happened on this little turn here where where Matamoras happens to exist, like when you think about what the history looked like it's pretty amazing.
Right.
There are probably some really cool things that happen in this exact spot.
Yeah.
Right.
You have the mountain and you have the river right here. You know what I mean?
Like, geographically, there's a lot of cool.
That's what I mean. You're like right in the center. So like, even though like maybe we don't have it in modern history written down somewhere, but when you have to like what happened in this, like there's no way they're like, oh, this was just a field.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots.
Landed here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Living in Jersey, like there's spots all over the place. All these old historic buildings and old historic houses.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Washington slept here. Washington slept in a lot of places.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these houses.
You got around.
Yeah.
Georgie. But over on 206, Gibbs Tavern over there. I don't know if anybody knows that. A little like hole in the wall place, really cool, dive bar. But Babe Ruth used to go there all the time out of the city.
No kidding.
You know what I mean? That's where you
get away from it all.
Get away. That's like Gotti owned property in Pike County for the longest
time.
I
knew that.
But like you're an hour and a half out of the city in the mountains. Like when you think about like the cool people that were up here and the places and what happened here.
You want to get away from the city.
That's what I mean. There's more than we know.
Well, I mean, even saying that. So Newburgh, and I was telling these guys before, Ricky Ricardo, Desi Arnaz, and Lucille Ball, their first show was in Newburgh.
That's cool.
At the theater in Newburgh. So I mean, like you're right. A lot of people came up. A lot of jazz singers and stuff coming up to, like in Plattekill and coming over here. All the campsites and such.
Isn't GW's house over there too in Newburgh?
One of them, it's like up by West Point. It's in Newburgh.
No, the one in Newburgh.
It's Washington headquarters.
They actually redid.
It was just the headquarters.
Yeah, Washington headquarters. That's right.
So I mean, it's all good.
He had a lot of houses he got around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because he was in Newburgh, New Windsor, over here.
It was probably also the other thing of when you're going to list something on the historical site, they're like, well, what happened? They're like, well, George Washington probably slept here. You know?
Probably.
He could have.
Pretty good chance.
He was in the area.
And you're a statistician, so you're probably saying,
yeah.
It was probably more like it's like he was on, like, oh, you want to sleep here? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Right. Yeah, he was on
EY. That's like a big thing. They have all these Bay Mansion, Day Mansions.
That's cool. We have one on the college campus. We're fixing up the Horton Mansion. So John Horton was the first settler of Newton, New Jersey there. And his mansion was there as all farmland. And what happened was the Salesian brothers took it over. Don Bosco College took over. But nobody actually did anything to the building. Kept falling down. And so now we're going in there, doing architectural drawing. We're going to bring it back to what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Back and
that's what I mean. I was like, there's something about it. You know what I mean? Preserving history. And
like when you walk past it, you see like you feel like it's when you go to Europe, like all the buildings are old there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nice to have like that old buildings to like preserved history.
I mean, it's a different perspective when you look at it, right? Because you're like, wow, this is how they lived, and this is what it was. Look how small the doors were, the windows, things like that. You know, just
absolutely. See, and the opposite on our mansion, the doors are 10 feet high. So our doors are massive.
Really?
Dude.
Oh, every doorway. So now we look at it and we're like, oh my God. Like imagine not having modern tools and do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Right. Be able to do that.
It's wild, you know?
Yeah. Brick by hand.
It's like so much better than we have. And that's why they're like, that mansion will be there long before, long after
it'll outlive
every
us.
other month, you know what I mean?
No doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Cool.
That's great. Yeah. We have fun. I love that shit. So I'm going to have you come back on, bro.
Yeah, whatever you guys...
You get to pick the next one.
Thank you so much.
Whatever you guys need, whenever you want to hit me up on what's happening in Matamoras.
You're bored and you want to come and hang out with us, bro.
I'm bored, hang out. Come with your pothole information.
Yeah,
whatever you guys
bring
got.
the cold patch.
Yeah, that's it. I'll bring the cold patch next time.
And if you don't want, you can do it remotely too.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Being here is kind of cool.
All right, cool. We'd like to have you. Absolutely.
Yes. So thank everybody for listening, watching, like, subscribe, say hi, comment. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
Keep on watching.
Yeah.